Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley here for Pinkfresh Studio. Thanks for joining me today. Today I have a beautiful card project to share with you that features some of the brand new press plates just released in December 2023. And these are designed to work with the Spellbinder's BetterPress system, and it creates such a beautiful effect. And when I set out to create this card, I really wanted to create something that you could use as a holiday gift card. So if you look closely, it might feel a tiny bit holiday, but you can actually use this throughout the year as well. So I've started by placing the Octagon floral frame onto the magnetic surface of my BetterPress chase here. And I've inked it up with the Spanish Moss ink from Pinkfresh Studio. And for my paper today, I am using the Pinkfresh Studio watercolor cardstock that's coming soon. Once I have my plate inked up, I can go ahead and position the platen right back on top of that chase, and that platen is the clear part. It sets up on some magnetic spring-loaded feet, so it actually doesn't make contact with the paper until you run it through your die-cut machine. So I've run that through my die-cut machine, and now I have this beautiful floral frame imprinted or impressed onto that watercolor cardstock. Now, while I have that floral frame in place, I went ahead and positioned my sentiments so I know that they will fit on this A2 size cardstock that I'm using. And these are from the Favorite Things sentiment set. It is also a press plate set. And I've inked it up with some Begonia ink, and then I replaced the platen on top of its magnetic feet, run that through my Platinum 6 machine, and now I have those beautiful sentiments pressed into my cardstock as well. So during that BetterPress portion, I actually tried not to do a ton of editing. I kind of wanted you to see things in mostly real time so that you can see how quickly these images come together. And it is giving me perfect results every time. I promise you, this is only the second time I've ever pulled out my BetterPress system, and I'm getting great results with both the BetterPress ink as well as the Pinkfresh Studio inks. Now, I also decided to grab some green cardstock and die cut the Curvy leaves from Pinkfresh Studio. I love this die cut. I use it all the time. I die cut it from this green cardstock that kind of coordinates with that Spanish Moss ink that I used. And I also die cut it from some vellum as well. And I also used the coordinating die for that Octagon frame to die cut some of the brand new champagne glitter cardstock from Pinkfresh Studio. This is so beautiful. I just cut that centerpiece and I'm kind of nestling it into the die cut frame there so that that center part will have a little bit of shine. And then I'm going to flip that over and hold it in place with some wide double-sided tape on the back of the frame. And that gives me a really beautiful and sparkly inlaid die cut look. Now on the lower portion, the lower left-hand side of this Octagon frame, I'm also going to add these leaves, and I'm just adding a little bit of glue towards the center of this die cut so it can kind of be really whimsical and loose on the front of the card. I'm also going to layer up another die cut that I've die cut from some vellum with that same Curvy leaves die and just kind of offset it just a bit using just a tiny bit of glue towards the center of the stem. And I'm not really worried about the glue showing because I am going to cover that up with that beautiful thank you sentiment that I created earlier with the press plate and that Begonia ink. Now I'm kind of going back and forth on my backgrounds on this card. I didn't know exactly what I wanted. That blush pink is beautiful. This is kind of a more of a mauve-y pink. I ended up going with this blush pink, but I hope you can kind of see a little nod towards the holidays in this card. I've got a little bit of sparkle. I've got something that kind of suggests red in this Begonia ink. And then I have all of that greenery as well. So I thought this was a perfect thank you card for use after the holiday if you wanted to kind of make something that kind of nods back toward the holiday season, but wasn't using traditional holiday products. And that's really kind of where I was going with this. Now, you can absolutely use this card project throughout the year as well. I think it works beautifully. And if you wanted to change your tones a little bit, you can. But I think this, like I said, just kind of nods to the holiday season without screaming holiday. Now I'm going to attach my Floral Octagon frame onto this blush piece of cardstock that I've die cut with the Pinkfresh Studio stitched rectangle die. It's the smaller of the two in the collection. And then I'm going to add that entire card front onto an ivory card base with a little bit of foam adhesive. So I've done a lot of foam adhesive from the sentiment to the rectangle or the octagon frame and that little card front there. If you wanted to cut back on the dimension, you absolutely could, but I like big cards and I cannot lie. So I'm going to finish this off with just a little more sparkle. And if you wanted to make it lean a little more holiday, you could use the ruby glitter drops on this portion. Instead, I'm using champagne. And I think this was the beautiful finish off to this card project. It kind of brings in that champagne glitter cardstock that I have in the center and adds a little bit of sparkle to that leafy area on the side. And that completes my card for today. This is a really quick and easy card to put together. So if you're looking to make some thank you cards when the holiday season is over, I think this is the perfect card project. Now, as always, I will have links to the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this card project and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here on this YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the paper crafting and card making video tutorials shared here. I'm so glad you're here, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.